if you want before, just to
Yeah.
confirm it, because he is the real mathematician.
He's the real one.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I takes yes, not math. Just say that. I don't know. Just like tell Jack that I suggested that Boston might be better because there's 200 trials and mean is less than 10. Therefore, I'll just have a chat with him.
Nice work, Faith. You're making good time. Let's almost there. Just keep heading towards the
See what the expert himself says.
You'll take it from there.
He's here to talk maths. Like, of course he's the real one. How dare you question the validity of like math knowledge?
Wires are about you, Faith. Sounds like some blues are headed your way. News just
Well,
tipped them off.
all I'm saying is the PhD, the STEM student, the math student, and the actual biozone student doesn't know why the hell this is worth 19 marks.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone can just. I don't think anyone can justify that whatsoever. Very unfortunate.
Out of there.
Well, I presume. Well, to be fair, I would imagine finding the P, justifying why you're using that test, and then finding it correctly. So, justification, correctness, graph making.
Faith on her way. Get your
Sure, 19 is still a lot, but I would imagine it would come close to that. Maybe not 19, but something like 50.
Okay, how do you justify
Measuring brain.
Because that's quite close to 19.
the left.
Maybe presenting your calculations would be helpful. Not just spewing out the answers. Have you thought about that one?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, I think you will definitely get method marks if you show how you got your R, not just stating that it's this. Because it's doesn't matter. It's not that hard to calculate.
Okay, Drake says there's been some heat on West Garland. Hope's place. I guess that's where you're headed.
You should show your working.
What's going on there?
You did it for binomial, so this is no exception.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
You know he was running for mayor, right?
I think it's these little things they need to notice. I think you're skipping too much steps. You need to be really thorough with what you're saying. You can't just. You can't just like. Oh yeah, here's a graph.
I know
What it means, don't ask me.
I don't know, don't ask.
It's just a graph. Yeah, I would definitely ask for you to show your calculations. Maybe that's a very important bit of it.
Alright.
This includes the average thing actually. Because remember how you did the analysis of the brain, like the IQs of each city. You calculate the average. You have not shown You have not shown your working for that one.
Oh, there's no way they want.
Just do it.
Yeah, I will.
Trust me, you will not miss out. They can't deduct marks, and if you might gain marks for it.
Okay. Bruh.
Maybe that's why the marks are so high, because maybe it's the show working that's like also taken into account.
Yeah.
Even though the math is simple, but you're not being marked on your math. You're being marked on your correctness. Yeah, even though the math is simple, they're giving you marks for having correct math, not for the fact that it's easy or hard.
That birdie's running around. Get
I
your
don't
ass to
know.
the CEC news building.
I hate
Finding
this.
you a way
Okay, just think about all the shit that I said. I'm gonna go work on my shit now. Ah, tragedy. Not beast wants Okay.
Anyway, hello, man.
Anyway, Wilco Cop Redbin is coming back. Let's go. Amazing. Mate, I have an idea. We make Clad, but we make it with Nutella next time.
Yeah, you can breathe out.
Oh, no, that, oh, actually, no, that might work, because,
It will work.
it's a fat layer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can skip out on the, coconut and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, okay, that will work.
Oh my gosh, you know how good that's gonna be?
Oh, yeah.
It's illegal.
Picking up squad cars, moving in on you. You ain't got much time. They're trying to cut you off the head, Faith.
I mean, listening to the song on repeat, bro. That's the thing.
You gotta push through to the
Do you know Heist in the Room?
Yeah.
Bro, like I'm playing it. Oh, like studying.
So I need a key, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll open it after you do that.
You don't want to know what's behind you, Faith. Just keep running. Should be an exit off the railroad path. Flat ahead. Keep heading to the other side to get down. Blues up ahead, kiddo. One at a time, remember. Head up onto the rail overpass. It's the only way through. Chopper spotted you. Make a run for it.
Or me. Fuck. I was gonna say it would be a good reminder to Jack as well, actually. That someone else in Math Undergrad that told me that math is not about obtaining the answer, it's about like the journey. Okay, the working out.
Get out of those canals, Faith.
May.
I'll find you.
Hello.
Keep this in note. I told this to Jack before, but maybe you also need to remind him on this. I mean, to be fair, he's probably reminded every time he does his own homework. But that like math is not about obtaining answers. It's about the journey of obtaining an answer.
I see. So when they told me that working out actually mattered, they actually meant it.
Of course.
Okay.
Like, that's how it works. No one's gonna give you any marks if you didn't exactly. You don't show any understanding.
It's funny because, you know how Mr. Bowen does PhD stats?
Mm-hmm.
I was panicking, right?
I don't know who that is.
Oh wait, You didn't meet him, did you?
No. But yeah, continue.
But basically, he was just like, yeah, you don't need to know how it works.
No, but that's...
I feel like...
I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. Even though he's a PhD guy, I don't agree
No,
with
no,
that.
I know. Like, I agree with you, although I personally don't really care. But if
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was-
Okay, you should be able to at least know what your method does at the very least. At the very least, you need to be knowing what you're finding out.
Looks like they anticipated you might
Yeah.
duck in here and send a sniper team ahead.
Maybe not so much on how it works. You don't need to know how it exactly works. But at least you should be able to show how you obtain it.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
you don't need to give out a flat proof as to why the R formula does what it does.
it just happened.
It just happens, right? You can take that as a fact, I agree. But you will need to show that you're using that formula to obtain your answer for correctness.
You might duck in here and send a sniper team ahead.
Matt,
Yeah.
Why are you so loud?
Crowd will keep out of their way.
What?
Just get your ass through
He's
there.
so loud for me. Matt, speak.
Hi.
Jesus, okay, wait.
Am I really loud?
Did you not hear
why-
yourself?
I don't know, why?
I put you on 73 now.
No.
I think it's me though, don't worry.
What did you have in that? The blah 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 blah.
The what?
You're inside.
I'm
Get out of there,
retarded.
baby.
What did you have it?
100?
100?
Normal, yeah, that's normal volume.
Oh, maybe you have your Discord louder than me.
No, but you sound fine in both Windows and doesn't matter. Listen is dead.
Which is too hard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Listen to the song, bro.
hold on, I need to unmute. But
You need to know this song. Come on.
wait, I need to collect all components from the floor.
My fucking...
Oh, you listen to this.
What?
I,
Okay, not gonna lie, with the music and my professor talking, I can't hear you. What did you say?
I didn't expect you to listen to this.
Why?
I don't know, it just doesn't come across to me.
I told you I'd already listened to mumble rap.
Yeah, it always baffles me.
Oh, like, how is his music taste so diverse? Like, how can we go from, like, absolute ear rape to something like this? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's practically the only music that I listen to. It's this and electronic, that's it.
So diverse. So much fun.
But it's a really good song.
Someone at Jack Miller.
Okay. I'll do it. I wanna listen. I wanna like talk to him also. I wanna listen to him. I wanna hear his voice.
You want to hear his beautiful voice?
Yes, yes.
Gang. I was talking. No, I'll wait for Jack to tell you this.
Look, Jackknife may know something about Pope's murder, so don't let him wind you up, okay? He used to be a pretty decent runner. God knows who he's working for now.
Look in general.
No.
I am to sleep.
What?
Wary.
Oh god. I talked to the guy yesterday. You know the guy who was shooting me?
Where?
Yeah. Yesterday night.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Texted you. To see him.
Yeah.
He's very strange.
What do you mean? That can go really bad or really good. But you're using a negative connotation.
I mean, take it as you will. But,
Strange how?
So I was like, Jack Nolan told me that you played against him in the tournament.
Oh wait, what?
And then
Wait.
Jack-
You met someone and faced it that you. Wait. I'm sorry. Did you
No,
queue with him or did you?
I queued with him. I texted
Find
him.
another way through them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was a random.
Well, he is a random.
No, like random in the sense that you solo queued and got them.
Oh no.
Oh shit! I need to pay
I-
attention. Okay.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Okay, so strange how then? Why did you decide to play with that person?
So I decided to play with him
How
because
did
I
you
thought
find this person? Where did you choose them?
I went through the CS server into the Warwick people and I picked 3 people. Pick and choose.
Wow.
I picked
High
him.
quality selection.
I know, right? I'm so good at picking. Yeah, no. I think the first red flag should have been that he's in the league server.
Oh.
The second big red flag should have been I'm obsessed with the league.
Oh, amazing.
And then all of them bundled together to form a massive red flag, which was every single time he died, he took the bot. And then had the nerve to tell me, oh look, I have more kills than you.
Base.
So I was so close to telling
So
you.
base.
Well, of course you were.
He's so base. I'm sorry. He's just so fucking
He's
base.
so stupid.
I have more kills than you.
That's the guy. And he didn't talk like a normal person. He kind of talked like this,
Maybe he's having.
but like
Trouble
into the
breathing.
mic. Or
Maybe he can't breathe.
maybe he can't breathe. Fellow asthma.
Maybe he can't breathe. Don't make fun of people that can't breathe.
But yeah, no,
That's so funny.
very good.
High selection of fruits, and you chose the worst one.
I don't know. I picked 3 and all 3. Oh, well, one of them.
Who won the tournament, by the way?
That's a good question.
I left the server and I've not been there for 2 weeks.
I don't know either. I think Nikki came second place. I don't think anyone from the CS ever won it.
Oh, how?
That is embarrassing. I'm
No,
sorry.
not embarrassing.
No,
So,
no.
no, me, please. You have to think about the process. The people who are in Warwick will join for the sake of joining because it's being hosted within from the uni. But the people who are outside Warwick would join the tournament because they want to win, not because of any. The reasons for joining is completely different.
But man, it's
Yes, maybe Warwick doesn't have 3K players.
just embarrassing.
That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
That's unfortunate and embarrassing. How can we host it?
No, we have. Our strength is in numbers, not.
like having a gang of like absolute idiots. And then you have like really skilled snipers and stuff, and you just get picked off one by one.
No, but that's the truth. That's the sad bit. Like,
We're shit. We're the retards.
the reason why the Esports Society Award keeps winning is because we just have so many teams.
Oh my god, that is so embarrassing.
Not because any of us
Not
actually
because-
win.
Good.
Actually, I think the league people win, but I'm not sure about that one.
I think no, it's the
Isn't
Dota.
it Dota?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Dota, Dota
Most
people.
irrelevant
Yeah.
possible.
No, but Dota is unironically the hardest one.
And it's the Overwatch people as well.
Do the Overwatch people win?
But not anymore because apparently, according to that guy, we're irrelevant. Overwatch is.
According to what guy?
The guy who ran for Overwatch co-op, he was like,
Oh.
yes, we have a dying game.
I see. How about the PhD guy that you talked about? Who the fuck is he?
Oh, Bowen. He came from, I don't really know where he came from. He just came from somewhere. He teaches some of your modules.
What? Really? Wait, how do you know him?
From
How what's your... I need answers.
Hold on. He only teaches stats. I don't know. Hold
Wait,
on.
is he a research student?
He's a PhD student, yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if he did CS modules. Because stats and CS will have a lot of things in common. Well, maths and CS really, but stats is just
Oh
one
no,
of the key things in CS.
he's marking. Oh my god, he's marking stats. Oh, never mind. He's marking
God damn it,
stats.
girl! I just spilled my Joe
Oh, that's
all over the
fair.
keyboard.
Hey, can you get a message to Miller? I need to see him again.
Sure.
But no, I'll be honest, if you go to the path of you don't need to understand what it does, I think you can only reach really far.
I think he understands.
I think he might know it, but maybe for your context, he just says you don't need to know it. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I have my fingers crossed for that.
I agree with him though, for my bit, because like, I don't actually need to know the actual theory of like, this is why it does this, or more like, yeah.
You're right, but I think it can help you a lot with conceptual understanding.
I know, but I'll have to have so much background that I just don't have.
Yeah, that's the unlucky bit.
Yeah, so it's.
That's a skill issue. I'm sorry.
I know. Don't remind me. Okay, I'm gonna write until 2000, and then I'm gonna play Roblox.
Are you writing an essay?
Yeah,
How fun.
I literally really can't.
I also have an essay.
I know. When I saw your word count, I was quite jealous.
Huh?
When I saw your word count,
You have a word count? Wait, you saw my word count? Where?
You told us that you were writing
Why? How are you jealous for that?
because mine is 3k
Oh, that's unlucky.
of
But
bullshit.
mine is. I don't think mine is any better. Wait, please, wait. I'll show you. Wait. Just read it, please. Just like have one paragraph.
Sure.
Maybe the introduction.
Yep, then abstract.
No, I always write the abstract last.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's fine.
What do you mean? Of course you write the abstract last.
Oi, you don't have subtitles?
Subtitles. Oh. No, bro, this is a draft. There's not even proper citation.
How are you going to remember where the citation? Oh. Those are your citations, right?
For now.
Okay.
These are not proper citations. If you want to see proper citation,
Jam, I am writing on
this one. This is proper citation.
Wait, you write in what form is that?
This is LaTeX. Oh, this is APA.
You guys use APA?
No, we can use anything.
Oh, Harvard is the best one.
No, APA is the best one. APA is the best one. No, APA is so easy to. APA looks elegant. What do you mean?
I don't know the Harvard one.
Look
I
at-
know exactly which source it is.
Look, APA. So you do parenthetical citation like that for you to reference this entry. It is simpler, but that's how it is. So yeah, author's name, initials, date published, title, source, location, published. Oh yeah. Just read this.
It's just so like still that you can't manipulate it.
Kiddo.
Just keep reading.
If you get any more trouble, so let me know.
Yeah, I can see that being true. Yeah.
Let me correct this to you.
I mean, it just means that they should probably make more effort in teaching IRL.
Anyway, do you understand? You want to see the actual research question?
Yeah, what is the research question? No. I think it's definitely, from what I've just read, it just proves that our teachers are because now they actually fit
This is the title. Is online learning a possible future alternative to fully replace in-person teaching in educational bodies? And so I talk about the effectiveness. To be fair, the thing is it has potential to be much better than in person. The reason being is because okay, so the problem with the research that I mentioned is that they talk about the effectiveness of teaching methods in e-learning, but these do not compare to the effectiveness of teaching methods in person. So no real comparison between in-person and e-learning is actually done. Instead, it's only between comparison of like of what's in that thing itself.
Yeah.
So what this means is that I can't really find a scope as to how much more or less effective e-learning is. But
Actually, you should probably look at. I don't know if it's going to be relevant, but you should probably look at in-person university versus open university. There must be a study on that because open universities have existed before COVID. It's been around for a really long time.
But I found that there's one research that said that students in universities are actively losing interest in lectures as a method of teaching due to accessibility of information and internet for information.
What do you mean by that?
So students is less likely to attend a lecture because they can just find the information like openly in the internet.
Yeah.
This is why e-learning by educational bodies is a possible solution to regain the learning body's interest. By introducing engagement methods that may not be available in person, such as animations and simulations.
But that's the thing, like that is available.
You can't really have animations or simulations in person.
Of course you can. You just put it on a board exactly like you would.
Well, yeah, but it's really different because it's still limiting the active, like the availability of everything.
How is it limited?
Like the thing is, if you were to have animations and simulations in person, you may as well, I mean, if you're giving animations and simulations in person, that's just watching a video like in the fucking room. What the fuck?
Yeah, but isn't that the same as if? Huh?
Nothing. Counting to myself. Don't worry.
Oh.
There's no point in literally just opening it. That's like saying, okay guys, welcome to Classroom. I will open an hour-long video now, and after that you're free to go.
But that's exactly what e-learning has been.
No, but you're saying that this should be done in person.
But both are just as bad as each other, though.
Get hold of them all.
Well, yeah, my point is that there's no difference between the two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I agree with that, because there is no difference.
Yeah, because what you said, what you're saying is that you can do that in person, but my point is that you don't have to do that in person. Because you can just, if the whole source of the in-person, like if your point in person is to give education using videos to begin with, or animations or simulations, well, that can be done remotely to begin with, so what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, there is no point.
So the suggestion is that instead of putting these engagement methods in a large lecture hall of 300 people like you would have, it might be better to try to individualize each video instead and make it more engaging, as if the person would have a dialogue simulation with the professor. Because then it would be more one-to-one.
I completely see that. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you.
So the point here is that essentially, to some extent, this would, like, online learning opens up new medias that would otherwise not be possible in person. So that's what I mean by simulation, e.g. simulation of dialogues. Let me make that clear then.
Yeah.
Animations follow the same suit, to be fair, because you can't really... You can't really have a real life animation of something.
No, you just put it on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is exactly what you're doing.
In remote to begin with, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So...
I guess the only... Okay, there would be one
So
argument.
that's the thing. The argument is that from this research is that students are actively losing interest in lectures as a method of teaching due to accessibility of information in the internet.
Yeah.
But so therefore, e-learning by educational bodies is a possible solution to regain the learning body's interest by introducing engagement methods that may not be available in person.
Such as like actually...
Animation, simulation of dialogues, simulation of experiments.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
So this suggests that e-learning has potential to become even more effective than in person if executed correctly.
Yeah.
That is, sufficient engagement and interest is provided.
I think the key word is sufficiently executed.
Yes, no, but yes, of course, that's very important. Don't worry, I'm not making a mistake on that one.
Yeah.
But that's one argument, right?
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
this is the argument that I pose on effectiveness.
Do you not have to argue for the counter?
Well, I did.
Big rope burn set you up.
It's
Which
in the big. No, what I showed you was the counter.
counter for the effectiveness.
Yeah, no, the thing that I stated you now was a counter argument to another argument.
Oh, okay.
The initial argument is that
Why did you choose this? Did you choose this topic?
yeah, I did.
And why would you do this to yourself?
Because it's easy.
Man.
Trust me, if I showed you the other ones, you would understand that this one is probably the easiest one. And then the initial argument was that. So the initial argument was that engagement plays a key role in soaking information whilst you learn.
Yeah.
But the initial argument was that this engagement may be really difficult to obtain because everything is behind a screen and there's no physical interaction. I.e., you would not have immediate response to a question because that's just not possible.
I mean, you wouldn't have immediate response in a lecture hall anyway.
Looks like my little
You have
friend.
to.
No, but no, you
email.
can. No, but that's the thing. You can literally approach the professor after the lecture. Like, it's more immediate than what internet can ever provide. That's the issue.
I don't think it's more immediate because a Google search is like so much quicker. Unless it's
No,
really-
but Google search. You're right, but Google search may not explain it in the way that they need to know it.
I see.
So that's actually another argument that I have, like later in this paper, is that it's within accessibility. In order to increase accessibility of e-learning, it would be required to create a system for which one size fits all.
Wait, did you ever do e-learning?
Well, as a COVID person, yeah, I did actually. I even took university lectures before in thing, way before I came to work.
Yeah. Because my old university were really good with it by hosting lectures and then staying after the lectures where people would ask a bunch of questions, and obviously if you don't have any, just like a real lecture, you could leave. So I think it's definitely down, like e-learning can be so detrimental if it's not done correctly.
Yeah, but that's
It
the
is
thing.
the
That's
worst.
but that's the thing. In my paper I talk about what is to do correct, because I literally source papers that say, look, for example, I said simulating teacher to the student dialogue is proven to be really effective for learning. In comparison to lecture style, that is too.
Yeah. Well, isn't that great? The work is
And then
fucking
the other thing that I talk about when you talk about Google search, I said, in order to increase accessibility of e-learning, it would be required to create a system for which one size fits all.
Yeah.
You see the issue here?
Yeah.
So the answer that you would get is very generic. It may not be specific enough to what you actually need to know. Because when you talk about a Google search, or when you talk about trying to learn something, remember that it's trying to answer not just your question, but a lot of people's questions. That's how university as well. So it would not be specifically what you need.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Wait. I'm lost. The issue for which one?
When you said like you can just Google your question.
Yeah. Okay. But then, isn't that what research papers are for?
Well, yeah, but what's that? You're going to spend your time fucking going through research paper abstracts instead of asking a fucking person that can give you the answer straight away.
Somewhere below you.
That's comical.
Okay.
That's comical. That is absolutely funny.
I mean... Oh no, I just turned my laptop off.
But yeah, I talk about accessibility, but then I also talk about the introduction of people who need special education. How these minorities may cause trouble.
Goddamn retard!
Because the issue with one size fits all, as I said, is that you're So when you actually produce a lecture online, or say an animation, it's actually costly. But then you realize that you're trying to make a one-size-fits-all. So therefore, this may not be a very good. The systems that you create may not be very good for people of special education. So you'll be required to produce special stuff for them. This may prove costly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I said, even though it might be costly for the universe, okay, another thing I want to talk about is digital divide. You probably know what that is.
I don't. What the fuck is that?
Digital divide is the availability of like computer resources or anything digital based. Like, not everyone might have a computer.
Oh, okay, yeah. But then...
No, but you see, no, there's a good counter argument for that. I have a good one.
There's libraries.
No. The idea is that online learning is actually quite cheap to produce. Therefore, it is in papers, at least I've cited it, is that online universities or online education is generally cheaper to enroll and to be in. Therefore, such money, the fact that it can be reinvested into one-time purchases like computers and then never be asked again. Therefore, it actually increases accessibility for poorer people.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Even though you might think the opposite at first. It's counterintuitive.
Look, I'm gonna try and get
Yeah.
the word out on the network about it.
But then if you do more research about it, then you realize that it's actually a good thing for poor people as well. But yeah, that's what all the essay is about, just like arguing back and forth. And then to begin with, turns out 90% of the people in the United States have a computer who are students in their home. Digital divide is almost non-existent in developed countries, that is.
Sounds like it's time for a little stone.
And then another solution that I offered was actually from what Turkey did.
Which was?
Stream the lectures in TV.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what they did.
But then people who aren't paying for universities are getting free education.
Yes, that's the issue. So therefore,
Fucking...
no, wait. That's why I said instead, whilst this solution may not be viable for universities, because first of all, hosting on a TV can be costly, and if your university material is very specific, not many people are going to watch it, so it may just simply not be worth it. I said that this solution is more fit for large institutional bodies like high schools, public high schools, which have all common lessons.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I know.
So if because every government system is the same, and every public high school is also the same actually, because
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So it would make sense if say these large institutions which are governed by just a singular thing, because there's so many of them, because they're so general, these can be hosted on TV instead.
But then you have private education. What are you gonna do about that?
Private education are rich people to begin with,
Yeah,
so
what are you gonna do?
it's not a problem. They don't have a problem of not having a laptop, so what are they gonna do with it?
I see. So you're still suggesting.
No, this is a suggestion for people who don't have laptops. The assumption is that private kids have laptops.
Yeah, so they'll still be using online education.
Yeah, just not hosted on TV.
See, okay, yeah. Because
Drake's order.
specifically for private institutions, they pride themselves on going that extra bit further. Which means that sometimes you can't get the same thing over the internet compared to IRL. So what
Well-
are you gonna do about that?
What do you mean?
So
I mean, if a high school wants to introduce something by their own, they can do so. I mean, it's not really.
yeah, okay.
It's really none of my business. I'll be honest.
You're just the one writing the paper.
Yeah, exactly. If they want to introduce something else, then I suggest here, then so be it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just writing out what I think is optimal.
There's
Do you want to? So that's another thing. And then the other thing that I also talked about is obviously cyber attacks and how the integration of all lectures for like universities online or any education online really could just simply mean that these institutional bodies were required to invest a lot of money into ensuring that everything is secure.
I mean, I'm sorry, but they do have a lot of money.
Well, yeah, for universities, sure.
High schools, I think, should.
That's why I went back to the argument of the TV thing. Because high schools may not be able to afford it.
Yeah, exactly. So that would make sure. Yeah, the TV thing would make sense since it's a government broadcast.
Yes, exactly. And we're talking about usually the high schools that don't have the money to be able to fucking create e-learning through internet are the ones that usually, you know, government owned. But then that government can just one time invest into a channel. That's it.
But I think one of the major arguments against this would be that young children's attention spans.
You see, that's exactly what I'm gonna talk about in the next part of this paper.
Oh, good.
That's something that I have yet to talk about. It was gonna be on social implications.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I was gonna talk about social implications because I don't want to just like keep this to high school. I want to offer this to kindergarten as well.
Yeah.
But then obviously I'm gonna say it's not a good thing for kindergarten, so please don't do it. The first thing that I'm gonna talk about is not just the attention span, but I'm going to talk about the requirement of socialization for younger children and how having e-learning might hinder the development of children to begin with.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes, and the second thing that I will talk about is indeed the attention span.
Good.
That's a part of the social aspect of it. You see, I did plan a lot of this.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of it is like...
And everything is backed up by research. All research papers. I can assure you.
I would expect so. I would be quite disappointed if it wasn't.
So this is the essay. I have just pretty much gave you a synopsis of what my essay is.
Brilliant. It's well,
that's what we get marked on. Coincidentally, would you look at that?
What modules does he do?
Professional skills.
exactly my question as well. What the fuck is it?
Do you want to see the other essay titles that I could have basically like?
I think I've seen them. They were quite grim.
No, let me show you. They're definitely not the best ones. I thought this one was really easy because I had a chat with a professor about 2 months ago. And he sent me a video which actually had a video about how effective e-learning can get.
Yeah.
And under the video, because it was basically like an introduction to a PhD thesis,
Yeah.
I just remembered once I got this essay title. The moment I looked at it, I'm like, wow, wait, I discussed this with a professor of mine, and I even have like a PhD that I know that I can relate to, that I can write, and I can fucking source. To begin like an essay that would be related to this.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked it. It's because like coincidentally it just happened that I discussed a similar matter with another professor before.
So.
So I had like a whole paper ready already without me knowing that I could just use it. That's why I thought it was a really good opportunity to pick this title. Or at least form this title, really. We're not giving titles, we can form whatever you want.
Damn. I hate forming titles. Honestly.
Yeah, you see, it's really hard because you have to make sure that the scope is just right.
Exactly.
It's very difficult, but my high school taught me that, so unlucky.
Fucking
That's exactly what the IB does. We write 4 essays whose scope we choose. With no research questions. You have to form them.
Fun.
Anyway, let me get
Let's
you the
have a
essay.
look.
Yeah. Here. Begin here.
What's happening?
These are not titles, by the way. These are just like guiding questions, let's just say.
Wow, A is really fucking boring.
Yeah, it's... You see, this would be philosophy, and I don't want to touch that.
Get that convoy in your
Yeah.
sights.
Because
Find a way of slowing it
this
down.
would talk... You would need to talk about choosing catastrophes. And, like,
Convoys using.
if you have a car that cannot escape a crash, how do you decide what's the best option, what's the best outcome?
Looking good.
Nah, these
Route
are
is
so
clear.
boring.
Like, would you kill... Say you have to sacrifice 2 or 1 person, but that 1 person is a celebrity, but the other 2 people are just regular citizens. What do you do? You see where this is going? You would have to make an AI that's able to decipher that. Would it be a materialistic view?
Oh.
It's a whole circle jerk. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to touch it because I know someone else that has done it for their extended essay in IB also. So I'd just rather avoid it completely.
Fuck.
I don't know. I don't really care. Just kill them all, bro.
Run them over and then turn around and run back.
Yeah, the one over. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's equality. It's equality. No one gets to escape. You can't argue who's right or wrong. You don't even get to decide. It's just equal. As all things should be.
What? Imagine if the AI could decide by looking at your bank account.
You see, I didn't actually talk about reliancy. Are we too reliant? I was thinking at some point to include it in my thing because putting into e-learning would mean that we would rely on technology more. Do we really want that? I think it slipped out of my mind yesterday. I might need to talk about it.
Rely on it.
Of course not. Why would it be? If the nuclear generator stops working, you're dead, bro. No Roblox for you. But anyway, yeah, you see how bad these titles are. I genuinely think that
Yeah.
just because of how bad. Yeah, here's mine.
No, the other ones are really
This might not. This actually might. Like like you can hear talk about the thing, what's it called? The one that was launched into Iran. The Iran virus or something. Iranian virus. Stuxnet. But anyway, I thought this one might be interesting, but I thought it was too hard. Because, as I said, I had like the idea of this in the palm of my hands, because I already discussed this before.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was really good.
Well, go for the easier one, you know.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not that boring either, to be fair.
It touches on psychology, which is never.
It does. It touches quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. It's not boring.
I took sociology, but that's all I know. I only know sociology.
Psychology is. never took it, but that's it.
But there you go. I have. This is the essay, and this is what I need to write about for the next 3 days.
Yay.
I think the due date is in a month, but I thought I won't leave it until the exam time.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
I'll have other stuff to stress about, so I don't want this to be one. I think leaving the CS Discord has done so much difference. Have you seen how much I play CSGO?
It's significantly less.
Much less, bro.
But when you do film
It's a lot, but you cannot. There's no way it's anywhere near.
there is no way.
There's an elevator ahead. I've managed to unlock it. Take it to
Like
the
if
third
I
floor. You should
if
be
I
able to
play
get
it,
to the top floor
it
in
is a
case
few
you
hours, but like otherwise, I don't play it. You know.
I think a few hours is okay. Not 24 hours.
Let's look at the face it. Let's look at my history. I'm actually curious, like how often I've been
It
playing.
looks like the security doors to the roof are closed, okay? If you destroy those servers, their
Wow.
emergency protocol should automatically unlock the doors. I hope. Good luck, mate. Look around.
So yeah, look, 3 games on 10th of April.
Oh, damn.
Quite a few games on 9th, but definitely not the whole day. Right, it's just a few hours.
No, that's good.
8th April is also the same as the 9th. 7th is just only 1 game. 6th is also 1 game. 5th of April is just 4 games. 4th of April is a lot, but I presume that's like the times that I just left the Discord. So there you go. Maybe I should never rejoin it. Maybe I should just like not play CSGO for uni.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Because it seems to be fucking me over. Anyway, regardless, exams is what matters now. There's NSC Newell in the 3rd term, right? I'm gonna tell Nikki most about it. Wait, I'm gonna message her now. Nikki, can I ask that I am not placed into NSC/Newell for summer? Exams and shit. Let's also send the email to this woman that I had a draft for before I forget progress.